What is up, you guys? Cinema Colin here to bring you my response to the 22 question movie tag. I was recently tagged by the Geek Keenan. I will leave his channel link down in the description down below. Definitely go and subscribe to him, a great BlueTuber and a great friend here in the BlueTube community. And without any further ado, you guys, let's jump right in. So the first question up on the list is favorite film of all time. Now this is one that I've gone back and forth on. There are about 3 films that I really consider to be my favorites. But if I had to choose one, I would say Avengers Age of Ultron. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I just really love that film, and it was a lot of fun, and I thought it was a great sequel to an already amazing film. Definitely think Avengers Age of Ultron gets a lot of unfair hate due to it being compared to the original. Second question is favorite scene from that movie. Now, my favorite scene from Avengers Age of Ultron, I would have to say would be in the end when they're all fighting Ultron's minions and you get the 360 view that they did. They shot that with drones and you just see all of the characters together fighting. It was like they ripped something right out of the comic books and they just put it right onto the screen. I really enjoyed seeing that, and as a comic book fan, that's something that I've only dreamed of seeing for years. The third question is favorite actor or actress. I would have to say, as far as favorite actors go, Robert Downey Jr. Absolutely love him. I think he's hilarious. He's very versatile. He is Iron Man. I love his role as Sherlock Holmes and as Charlie Chaplin in Chaplin. Just a great actor and somebody I admire as far as he's gone and so many ups and downs in his career, and he's come back on top to be one of the biggest superstars in the world. And like I said, he's a very great actor. As far as actress goes, I would probably have to say Scarlett Johansson. Not only do I think she's incredibly attractive, but I also think that she is a very gifted actress as well. She can do comedy as well as drama, as well as playing a badass action hero. The fourth question is most annoying actor or actress. As far as actors, this is probably an unpopular opinion. I would have to say Kevin Hart. I'm sorry, I just see him as a one-trick pony, always doing the same gag about how tiny he is, how high-pitched of a voice he has, and I get really sick and tired of it. It's the same thing every film. Anytime I see he's in a film, I'm always automatically a little bit cringeworthy at what's going to happen. As far as annoying actresses go, Rebel Wilson. Another actress who really just has one trick. Oh, I'm Australian and I'm fat. And it's just like, I don't understand that. I love Australians and I don't understand why she has to keep going to the fat joke every single time, and it just to me isn't that funny. The fifth question is best director. Now, this came down to 2 directors for me, and I would have to say that Quentin Tarantino is my all-time favorite director. He's just made so many amazing films. I absolutely love Inglourious Basterds. I love Django Unchained, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, and even The Hateful Eight. Just a very amazing and unique director. We don't have any directors like him working today, and he's still an old-school director using 70mm film. Just absolutely incredible. Very glad that he's still making films, and I hope that he keeps making films for several more years. Number 6 is favorite guilty pleasure. I would have to probably say Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan. I know a lot of people consider it to be more of a chick flick, but I still think it is a funny high school film, and it really relates to how the high school culture is, especially when I was going into high school, and we all know those types of cliques that are in high schools, and it's a very great comedy. It's written by Tina Fey of SNL, and just a great comedy. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely do so. Number 7 is favorite tearjerker. For me, this was a very easy film, and that is Marley and Me. This is probably the first film that I remember seeing in theaters that made me start crying in the theater before the credits were even rolling, and almost every single time that I've watched this film, I have just ended up bawling like a baby. we've all gone through having a pet that we've loved. We've grown up raising them, loving them, caring for them, and having to say goodbye to that pet. And I remember back in 2013, less than 3 months apart, I lost both my 13-year-old cat and my 12-year-old pug, and that was one of the hardest times. And after I saw that film for the first time, I just lost it, and just a really great film, and very, very sad. I'm almost tearing up right now just talking about it. So let's move on to the next question. Number 8 is, which character scares you the most? For me, that's very easy. That would be Hans Landa, played by Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds. This guy can just be cool as ice 1 minute, and the next second he will snap and he will be dead. Just an absolutely amazing performance, and terrifying every time I see that performance. And he can just go from looking completely calm to getting serious, and you know it's about to go down. I don't care how old I am, that still terrifies me. Number 9 is a movie that you loved that everyone hates. I would have to go with Spider-Man 3. I know it is not the quote-unquote best Spider-Man film, but I still enjoy it for what it was. I liked parts of the film. I can understand there's certain things like the singing and dancing part and the piano playing in the bar. I get that, but I still like seeing the black suit element somewhat. I still enjoyed seeing a variation of Venom on screen, and I do have good memories of seeing that film with my mom back when I was getting ready to go into 8th grade. It was one of the last days. So I really did enjoy and see that film with her, and it's just a fun movie to just kick back, relax, and watch. Number 10, a movie that you hate that everyone loves. This is going to be a very controversial pick. For me, that would have to be Avatar. I respect what it did for CGI and the movie making process. However, as a film and the plot, I just don't respect it. I don't see it as being one of the greatest films of all time, and I just don't see the plot as anything more than a retelling of things like Pocahontas and Dances with Wolves. I'm just not that impressed by it. And next up at number 11 is favorite movie duo. I would have to say Carter and Lee from Rush Hour. These guys absolutely play off each other brilliantly, and every time I see that film, I love the chemistry, the banter back and forth off of each other, and ever since I was a little kid watching that, I've always loved it. Well, the first two, not the third Rush Hour, but just really, really great comedy duo. It almost reminds me back in the days of when you had Laurel and Hardy, or you had Abbott and Costello. These guys remind me of more of a modern retake on that. Number 12 is favorite animated movie. That would have to be The Lion King. I absolutely love this film growing up as a kid, and I still love it now as an adult. Absolutely masterful animated film, brilliant storytelling, beautiful animation, and great characters and songs from the film we all know and remember, and they're still ingrained into our brain to this day. Just one of the Disney films that I would say stands the test of time and will go down as being one of the greatest Disney films as well as animated films of all time. Number 13 is actor or actress crush. As far as actor crush goes, I'm not going to lie, I have a man crush on Ryan Gosling. I am not ashamed to say that or admit that on the internet. But actress crush would easily have to be Scarlett Johansson. Yes, especially as Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson just... only in my dreams. Oh, wait, sorry. Number 14 is favorite movie villain. I mentioned him earlier, and that is Hans Landa from Inglourious Basterds. This is one of those villains that I don't think enough people talk about, and I don't think he gets enough respect compared to villains like the Joker or Nurse Ratched from other films, but he's just an absolutely terrifying villain, and he's a type that is both smart as well as physically terrifying, and to me that makes the ultimate villain absolutely terrifying. Number 15 is what movie surprised you the most? For me, that would have to be Seven Psychopaths with Colin Farrell, Sam Rockwell, Woody Harrelson, and Christopher Walken. This was a film that I hadn't heard a whole lot about, and the plot sounds really weird. When a gangster's dog is stolen, this writer and his friend are dragged into this whole big scenario of trying to run away from the mob and survive, as well as having Colin Farrell try to complete a script for his movie called Seven Psychopaths. And this is a really great dark comedy. It's very unique, and I absolutely love all the performances, especially Sam Rockwell. He is hilarious in this film. Woody Harrelson plays a really great over-the-top villain, and Colin Farrell plays a stereotypical drunken writer who's having problems just trying to get his life together and get this film completed. I definitely recommend it if you like a more unique dark comedy that doesn't rely on fart and poop jokes. This film definitely is for you. Number 16 is if you could only own one movie, what would it be? I would have to go with Avengers Age of Ultron. I just have a lot of great memories of watching that film, and like I said, it's my favorite film of all time, and it would just be a great film to watch any time of day. If I was ever having a bad day, or even if I just want something to kick back and watch, that would be my go-to film. Like I said, absolutely love that movie. That would be the one to keep in my collection if I could only have one film. Number 17 is recommend a movie to somebody. I'm going to go ahead and say Inglourious Basterds. Great film by Quentin Tarantino about a group of Jewish American soldiers going behind enemy lines and doing one thing and one thing only: killing Nazis. Absolutely love this film. I believe it's a masterpiece, and great acting, great villain in the film, and just great dialogue. That's probably my favorite thing, is the dialogue in this film, which is classic Tarantino, as well as the suspense in this film. There are times where I'm on the edge of my seat no matter how many times I've watched it. Even though I know it's going to happen, I'm still sitting there glued to the screen just waiting for what's going to happen next. Great, great film. Definitely recommend checking it out. Number 18, if you could go back in time and marry one actor or actress, who would it be? I would have to say Linda Carter from back in the 70s when she was Wonder Woman. Yeah. I know she's not a very popular actress anymore, but I think she was a great actress, and I really like the Wonder Woman TV show. It's really cheesy, but it's still a fun show, and Linda Carter was the perfect Wonder Woman. Number 19 is one remake you wish had never happened. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Psycho that came out in the 1990s with Vince Vaughn. There is no reason to remake this film. You don't need a color-by-color reshot of the film, and it's just terrible. Hitchcock made a masterpiece. We didn't need anything improved upon it. It was already perfect as it was. I wish they had never done that remake. Number 20 is you are about to die and can only watch one film. That would have to be, no surprise here, Avengers Age of Ultron. Like I said, love the film. Great action, great acting, great characters, and I absolutely love the music. And if I was about to die, and if I died right at the end when the Heroes theme comes on by Danny Elfman, that would be an epic way to go out. Number 21 is favorite genre and favorite film from that genre. I love superhero films, and my favorite film from that genre, Avengers Age of Ultron. You guys are probably just shouting it at the screen by now, but again, masterpiece, no further explanation needed. Number 22 is first film you remember seeing in theaters. For me, the very first film that I can remember watching in theaters was A Bug's Life back in 1998, and I still love that film to date. Just a great Pixar film. I'll say it again, I think it's absolutely underrated, and great memories of going to see that in the theater with my mom and my older brother, and just a really fun film. There you have it, you guys, my answers to the 22 movie question tag. Now, like everybody else, I'm going to go ahead and tag 3 people. I'm going to tag LC Screen Talk, Jack's Channel of Stuff, and Mr. Movies, etc. And I will leave all their channel links down in the description below. And as always, you guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also on Facebook. I'll leave all those links down in my description below. And as always, you guys, I am Cinema Colin, saying thanks for watching, and take care.